In 2016, Frank Ocean dropped what I personally think is the best song on Blonde, White Ferrari. As a matter of fact, in 2015, legendary DJ and producer A-Trak used to be actually the official DJ for Kanye West when he was going on tour. Prior to the release of Blonde, A-Trak actually tweeted that White Ferrari was going to be the best thing y'all heard all year. And boy was he right, because this is one of the best written songs on the album, and maybe in Frank Ocean's entire career. With the ending of the fourth verse on the song going as follows: primal and naked, you dream of walls that hold us in prison. It's just a skull, at least that's what they call it, and we're free to roam. In this beautiful verse, Frank Ocean is alluding to the word prison. In one hand, prison could be referring to the insecurities felt by Frank Ocean's partner that he's enjoying this White Ferrari trip with in the song. We can understand that Frank Ocean's partner is having doubts about the relationship and is unable to get to the next level, which is kind of trapping them in this void where Frank Ocean alludes to prison. However, this can also be interpreted as Frank Ocean alluding to prison being this physical representation of the skull. So when somebody is just overthinking things and are really being in their head, the skull, this guy's a genius. To Frank Ocean, the skull, this idea of being trapped, does not exist, okay? Skulls are just bones. And for Frank Ocean, as he says in the song, our thoughts that are in our head are just free to roam. You don't have to stay in your mind. You don't have to stay trapped in your head. And for Frank Ocean, they just ought to let go and start, thinking openly. And this kind of reminds me of the song by Kid Cudi, Trapped in My Mind. Kid Cudi's trapped in his mind and he's just going berserk. But Frank Ocean is alluding to his partner that the mind doesn't have to be a prison. You're free to roam with your thoughts. And there's no wonder this song is the intro song, well, a remix version of this song. White Ferrari is the intro to my YouTube channel, which everybody keeps asking me, where's this song from? It's just White Ferrari, guys. It's just remixed. One of my friends he's a producer, he's also a DJ, and he just remixed the song, and I really liked it, so I used it as an intro. That's pretty much it. His name is linked in the bio. If you want the song, you could just DM him. He's gladly gonna give you the song, man. No problem. Anyway, Frank Ocean is an incredible writer. It's obvious to everybody. He actually began his career penning songs for the likes of Beyonce and Justin Bieber. That's why today on the Killivvn Show, we're talking about 10 artists you didn't know Frank Ocean wrote for. John Legend. Off of John Legend's third album, Evolver, that dropped in 2008, there's a song called Quickly that's actually penned by Frank Ocean himself. This song also features the incredible R&B artist Brandy, which, spoiler, will also be featured in this video. And a little tidbit is, if you go and listen to the song Quickly on John Legend's album Evolver, there's actually some backing vocals from Frank Ocean on it back then in 2008. This is actually one of Frank Ocean's first mainstream appearance on a pretty major song from a pretty major artist. And for people that already know this song, because if you're an OG Frank Ocean fan, you know this song, you've heard it before on the Lonely Bro collection. There's actually a song called Quickly, and it's Frank Ocean doing a reference track that was later given to John Legend. Now, I like Frank Ocean's version a lot, and I also like John Legend's version, but you can hear some similarities. If I can, I'll try to play for each artist I'm talking about in their song. I'm gonna try to play if there is a reference track in the original song. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take this video down, but if it doesn't, I will definitely do it.
You said that sky is falling, globe is warming, my country.
And yeah, if you have the chance to check it, or if YouTube hasn't taken this down, as you can see, Frank Ocean's version, I feel like it's a little groovier. John Legend's a little lower tempo, but both of them are incredible artists. And yeah, Frank Ocean penned the song for John Legend. Noel Gordon. So this is an artist that I don't really know much about. If you know much more about this artist, let me know in the comments. But he is a Boston native R&B artist, and Frank Ocean penned the song for him on his 2008 project After My Time, and the song is called I Fell. And if you have the chance to listen to it, it really has that early Lonely Bro collection Frank Ocean feel to it, with the production and how the lyrics are written. If you have the chance, definitely go and check out the song I Fell. And let's get to the next artist, Bridget Kelly. Okay, this is a huge one. It's even a little controversial, but Thinking About You initially wasn't supposed to be on Frank Ocean's Channel Orange album. which is crazy because of how this song really changed Frank Ocean's life, and the fact that there was a bit of controversy, not because originally it wasn't supposed to be on his album, but due to the fact that he kind of was talking about a man and people thought he was talking about a woman on the project. So the fact that this might have never been, you know, attached to Frank Ocean's name and be on his album is wild. But Think About Forever was supposed to be on the debut album of Bridget Kelly, and Bridget Kelly actually explained to SiriusXM, "We called Frank Ocean in to write a song for me, and that was what came out of it. Of course, it's an amazing record, so everyone fell in love with it right away, myself included." I think at some point in the process of putting the EP together, he just decided he was gonna put his version out. So she was a little disappointed by the move, but she holds no grudge against Frank Ocean. She goes on to say, he wrote the record, he had his vocals, so he can pretty much do whatever he wants. I think the unfortunate thing is that everyone then saw it as Frank's record, so when mine came out, it was kind of like, wait a minute, she's covering Frank Ocean's song. And it was like, not really. Your boy actually demoed my song. Now that push has come to shove, we're just gonna let the song have a life of its own. Frank Ocean is incredibly talented, but at the same time, he's gonna do what he wants to do. So yeah, this is like, this is one of the craziest stories. There's another one that's kind of crazy. Another artist, there's a crazy story attached to Frank Ocean writing for them, but this is one of them. The fact that this might have never been on Channel Orange, the fact that originally this was demoed, written for somebody else is crazy to me, but what a song. Honestly, what a song. And it's unfortunate for Bridget because it's a beautiful song, and if you've had the chance to listen to her version, I'll try to play it if I can.
A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made.
She did a great job, but yeah, Thinking About Forever, Thinking About You might have never been. Alicia Keys. The 12th track of Alicia Keys' 2012 album, Girl on Fire, was actually penned by Frank Ocean, and that song goes by the name of One Thing. In an MTV report titled, Alicia Keys turns hangout with Frank Ocean into Cool Vibe song One Thing. We were just gonna hang out and talk, and next thing we knew, I was like, but I have these chords. I'm a big fan of Frank's as well. I love his writing. I love the way that he's so cerebral. There's something really cool about how that comes together as a song. And what was crazy is that she didn't really think it was gonna happen, but she found a way to get into a recording room with Frank. And all of a sudden, frequent collaborator with Frank Ocean, Malay, and Malay, I have to make a video about this dude because he is a legend. Him and Frank Ocean do not miss. They've never missed ever, okay? Ever. I gotta make a video about it, but let's get back. He grabs his guitar and he starts just strumming, and from there emerges a song written by Frank Ocean, performed by Alicia Keys, and Malay just on some additional production. She added, I really love the song because it's a story about this relationship. It starts out on the train, and then by the end of the song, you figure out who I got on that train and how there's one thing you're searching for and what happens in that story. And honestly, if you've had the chance to listen to the song, yeah, it's that Channel Orange vibey Frank Ocean. Like it's you can tell it's written by Frank, man. Just the way the lyrics are and just the smooth feel of the song, man. I think the songwriting kind of reminds me a little bit of Lost. Not maybe the melody or the beat, but just the songwriting. Wow, like he really killed it with a legend, Alicia Keys, man. Frank Ocean, what was crazy about this video is that Frank Ocean has a lot of like legendary artists fanboying about him. Legends, like legends in the game, fanboying about him. And one of the biggest legends ever is like the biggest fanboy of Frank Ocean, or fangirl. You're gonna see later on in the video. Anyway, next artist, Justin Bieber. Frank Ocean, very early in his career, and even Justin Bieber's career, helped write the song Bigger off of his 2009 album, My World. In fact, Wayne, another songwriter on the project, actually presented to the world a demo version of the song Bigger with Frank Ocean's vocals. And again, if I can play it, I will play it, guys. Don't worry, if I can play it, I'll play it, or else, fortunately, you're gonna have to do your research.
Gotta believe in me. Believe me like a fairy tale.
Gotta believe in me. Believe me like a fairy tale.
And both songs have their different aesthetics to them. Listen, I'm biased. I'm gonna prefer Frank Ocean's version. But JB, you know, early JB did his thing. In fact, Frank Ocean actually wrote 4 or 5 tracks on Justin Bieber's project, My World, with an unreleased track called Mama's Boy. But unfortunately, these tracks didn't make the cut except for, of course, Bigger. And not too long ago, Justin Bieber on his Instagram story posted him singing to the song Bigger and tagging Frank Ocean on the story.
When I was little, but I'm bigger, I'm bigger. A heartbreaker when I was little, but I'm bigger, I'm bigger. And all the haters, I swear they look so small from up here. 'Cause we're bigger, and love's bigger. I'm bigger, and you're bigger. Oh, remember when my heart was young and was still bigger than me? Is that the reason that you stayed? Most would have got rid of me.
Again, two legends in the game, and the fact that Justin Bieber is showing so much love for Frank Ocean. Another legend. Tell you, Frank Ocean's a legend, guys. Anyway, next artist, Conor Maynard. So Conor Maynard, if you might not be old enough to remember this dude, but this was in the era where record labels were kind of trying to compete with Justin Bieber. So they would have artists like Cody Simpson, if you can remember, and there was Conor Maynard. There were supposed to be these young teen boys, you know. Conor Maynard was from the UK, Cody Simpson was from Australia, and they were trying to compete with, you know, Justin Bieber, kind of. If you remember that, there was like girls back in the day when I was in elementary school that were like team Cody Simpson, team, you know, Conor Maynard, team Justin Bieber, and all that BS, okay? So he was really meant there to compete with, you know, Justin Bieber. And the fact that Justin Bieber worked with Frank Ocean to make, you know, a hit track, of course, they're gonna try to pull all the strings and get, you know, Frank Ocean to start writing for, you know, Conor Maynard. And it gave the song Pictures. And Pictures is actually, if you're, again, an OG Frank Ocean fan, you know this song because Pictures is actually the 30th track off of the Lonely Bro collection, Miss You So, which is one of the best pre-Channel Orange Nostalgia Frank Ocean tracks. I love that song. It's beautiful. Like, I don't know why he gave it away. I do not know why he gave it away. Thank God we at least have the demo version. Oh my goodness. And this song was actually on Conor Maynard's 2012 project Contrast as a song, as I said previously, Pictures. As a matter of fact, in an MTV article, Conor Maynard said, "For me, it's crazy to watch that he's a proper true kind of R&B singer. He's blowing up right now. It's sometimes difficult for R&B singers to make people want to listen. It's one of those genres that almost faded to the background a little bit, and it's people trying to bring it back, and he's doing an amazing job at it." And what's crazy is that they never recorded the track together. Frank Ocean wasn't there when he was recording the track or anything. The process wasn't done together. It was just like kind of phoned in. Here's the song, here's the demo, do whatever you want. And I'm gonna try to play both songs. I prefer Frank Ocean songs. I don't think Conor did a bad job, but Frank Ocean is the GOAT.
What's gonna make me remember?
That's why I was always taking pictures. Pictures. Cause I didn't wanna miss something. What's gonna make me remember? That's why I was always taking pictures. Pictures. Cause I didn't wanna miss something.
So he later on explained, well, I mean, with Frank Ocean, funny enough, I never got to meet him. It was one of those sessions where a song is put out there where someone writes it and someone else hears it, and I end up with a song on my album. For me, it's kind of annoying. I never got to meet him, but at the same time, it's an incredible song. I know he is pulling his hair out that he did get to meet Frank Ocean. To meet him that early, you know, off of just Channel Orange and stuff like that, even though these are old demos, but it's crazy, man. It's unfortunate, but next artist, I guess. The internet. Okay. These are his mates. These are his buddies, man. This is Odd Future, you know? So that he has a helping hand in writing songs for Sid, for the internet, I guess. I'll put it in the list, but, you know, it's really dope, and it's a dope track, and the track is called She Don't Give a F. And this is from their 2011 album, Purple Naked Ladies. And in fact, James Blake also had some writing credits on this, which, wink, 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 we're going to talk about him too. Be ready. James Blake. Like I said, we're going to talk about James Blake because Frank Ocean and James Blake have actually collaborated quite a lot. On May 5th, 2016, James Blake actually dropped The Color of Nothing. And on the 9th track of that album, there's the song My Willing Heart, which is actually written by him and the GOAT, Frank Ocean. But James Blake also released a beautiful rendition of his cover of Godspeed. And even though I prefer Frank Ocean's version, damn it, he killed it too.
I will always love you. I will always love you.
And of course, let's not forget that James Blake also has some writing credits on Solo. So, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Frank Ocean just doing a solid for his friend. And this will happen. You see, for another artist, this happens. But let's go to the next artist, Brandy. So, I don't know if y'all are old enough, but the star of the show, Moisha Brandy, actually had a pretty good musical career, and she had the chance to work a lot with the GOAT, Frank Ocean. And one of the songs where there was a collaboration between her and Frank Ocean was Scared or Beautiful. And guys, if you know Like I've been saying, if you are an OG Frank Ocean fan, you already know this song because it's off the Lonely Bro collection, guys. Come on. And Brandy used it on her 2012 album, 211. Guys, I encourage y'all to listen to the songs interpreted by the other artists. So the ones written by Frank Ocean, interpreted by other artists. Because Scared of Beautiful by Brandy, first of all, by Frank Ocean, is amazing on off the Lonely Bro collection, even for a reference track. But by Brandy,
No wonder why there's no mirrors on these walls no more. No wonder why there's no mirrors on these walls no more.
she killed it. I actually have this song on rotation. It's incredible. And her version is a lot more stripped back with booming, more percussions. But before, there was actually 2 songs that Frank Ocean penned for Brandy. On her 2008 album Human, Frank Ocean penned the song First and Love and Lock It, Locked in Love. The latter song, I am praying that somebody blesses me with a demo of Frank Ocean singing that song, because Brandy's version is so damn good. I don't even want to imagine Frank Ocean on that track. I don't even want to imagine Frank Ocean on that track. Oh my God. Now, there's actually another song that, again, if you're a Frank Ocean OG fan, and I don't know if this was ever on an album or bonus track or whatever, but there's actually a song where Brandy and Frank Ocean are singing together, and it's called Surprise Ending on the Lonely Bro collection. And I don't know why the audio on that one song is like lower than every other song. Is weird, but it's so damn good. And having like 4 tracks where she worked with Frank Ocean, of course, Brandy had to say something. So in the MTV report titled, Brandy yearns for Frank Ocean album feature, she says, he's an amazing artist with an amazing tone and voice. She also explains that she would love to have him on the actual feature on one of her albums, and who the hell wouldn't? She says, I had the pleasure of meeting him before everybody else met him, so I had the chance to work with him on my last album, as well as this one. It's always great working with Frank Ocean, and he's actually a dear friend of mine. She also added, we've also had that great chemistry, and we both understand music in the same ways. To work with him on this album was great as well, and I hope I can get in the studio with him some more because his music is just so moving. I'm inspired by him. I think he's a great artist, and he hasn't even touched on what he will touch on in the future. And boy, was she right! God damn it! They wasn't ready for Blonde. They wasn't ready for Blonde. Anyway, I'm losing my mind. Let's get into the next artist, Beyonce. I told y'all there was somebody that was fangirling about Frank Ocean. Beyonce is the biggest Frank Ocean fangirl ever. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, because I'm gonna just keep going with this section of the video. You're gonna understand why Frank Ocean is really him for what he did to Beyonce. Let's get into it. In 2011, Beyonce dropped her legendary album, 4, featuring a song called I Miss You, penned by the GOAT, Mr. Lonely Bro himself, Frank Ocean. And Frank Ocean actually makes a little cameo on the start of the song. This collaboration actually came to fruition from Jay-Z playing Frank's music for Beyonce in a car ride. She was so amazed by this dude, and I'm gonna show you a video because there's a video where she says this. She was so amazed by Frank Ocean that she invited him to travel to New York, bought him a plane ticket, and said, you're coming to New York the next day. Crazy.
I was in the car and my husband was playing this music, and this guy's tone and his lyrics just touched me. And after one song, I said, okay, who is that? Because I want them on a flight tonight. And he told me it was Frank Ocean. And I immediately reached out, and he came in the next day, and we did like 5 or 6 songs. And he is just so humble, such a nice person, really, really talented, very fast. He just has so many ideas, and it's great because he's an artist, and I can't wait for everyone to hear him because he's just the truth.
There's actually a video of Frank Ocean singing I Miss You live, which I will definitely share.
You're the only image in my mind, so I still see it. I miss you.
And let's not forget in 2013 when Beyonce shock dropped the legendary album that is self-titled Beyonce. Frank Ocean penned the song Superpower, which also is a collaboration with Pharrell on the production, which is a song with so many legends on a song. And I guess all of this collaboration penning songs for Beyonce felt like she had to give back, so she gave back in the craziest way. And I just want to let you know that on all Beyonce's song where Frank Ocean has writing credits, he's credited. But Frank Ocean has uncredited Beyonce vocals, backing vocals on the song Pink and White. She's uncredited. Guys, do you know who you have to be to have Beyonce on your track and you don't even give her credits? Frank Ocean is him.
Because he's just the truth.
Like, that is wild. She's the biggest. She bought him a ticket. You writing these songs. You getting these checks. And you know what? It's all good. I'm going to sing on your song. People going to hear my voice, but you don't need to credit me. Because he's him. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If there's an artist that he wrote for that I forgot to mention, please let me know in the comments. If there's songs I forgot to mention, I beg you, just let me know in the comments. There's a lot of people that, write comments about some Frank Ocean facts I don't know. Love to get these. There's beautiful stories, amazing to know. Please write them in the comments. I would love to hear them, honestly. And also, guys, share the video, comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe, man. We're getting closer to 5,000. Please subscribe. And guys, as usual, keep it supreme.